All right, I've got my 3-pound chuck roast into my crock pot. I'm just adding in my washed mini gold potatoes. Now I'm coming in with some of these colorful variety baby carrots. So pretty. Look at that. That just looks fantastic. Just gonna grab this guy and put him on top real quick. Gorgeous. Alrighty, now I'm gonna grab about a couple tablespoons of Wash Your Sister sauce. Just adds a really nice dimension to this. I'm gonna use some of my Easy Pour garlic. I'm gonna come in with some salt. I'm gonna salt up my meat real good here. Just a little bit of sea salt, freshly ground, and freshly ground black pepper. Making a super easy dinner tonight. Now I don't have a fresh cut onion, so I'm just gonna use some onion powder. Beautiful. I love onion and garlic. I'm gonna add in some fresh rosemary here. It's gonna make it pretty while it's cooking and it smells fantastic. Now I've got some thyme. I'm just gonna add that right on top. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Gosh, this smells so good. I'm gonna put a little bit of oregano, but you don't have to if you don't like it. And I am gonna use just a little au jus packet to thicken this up, but you don't have to thicken it up at this stage. You could add just some cornstarch later on. Now I'm just gonna add in about 4 cups of my beef broth here. I was gonna use bone broth, y'all, and I put in an order for my groceries to get delivered for the week. And the smallest thing of bone broth you've ever seen came. So I don't know, you could try it with some bone broth, but just check your size before it arrives. This is what we got. And it wasn't cheap either. Alrighty, I'm just popping my lid on here. Now, you can do this for 8 to 9 hours on low and slow, but I'm getting a little bit of a late start today, so I'm gonna do it 4 to 5 hours on high. Alrighty, y'all, so we let this go almost 5 hours. Marty and I were talking about how, see, it is tender. I think it's gonna shred here with our forks, but of course, when you do it the low and slow for the full 8 to 9 hours, it does shred a little bit easier. So I just want everyone to keep that in mind, but we started ours later in the day. All right, I'm gonna come in with my knife. Maybe should have used a sharper knife. Look at that. Okay, wow, that's a beautiful piece there. I'm just gonna put that right into my bowl and then I should be able to shred it a little bit easier. Just kind of, look at that. So even though we didn't do this the low, slow way, I think we're still gonna get a nice shred here, enough to have a nice dinner, even though we started this a little bit later in the day. But it's been a rainy day here, y'all. We've just been inside all day and we've been enjoying this nicer staying home kind of weather, you know? All right, now these carrots and potatoes are definitely gonna be done. So I'm gonna grab some of these guys. Whoop. Hope it didn't splash you there, Marty. Ooh, that rosemary smells fantastic. Y'all, I'm so excited to eat this. What a simple, easy winter meal. Let me give this a little taste. That'll make you feel all nice and warm inside, y'all. You gotta try it.